morning and welcome back. I am in the kitchen today, kicking off the 2021 canning season. This is my second year canning. Last year was a lot of learning. I feel like I have a better hold on it now this year, but I am still very, very new to this and still slightly intimidated by it. So what I'm using to can today, it'd be helpful if I told you what I'm gonna can. I'm gonna make pickles, and I'm following the instructions in the Ball Blue Book of Canning. I need to get my hands on the original because this is more of like the modern version of it, and I almost feel like, I don't know, whenever they try to modernize something and add all these different ingredients, like it loses what it's supposed to be. But with the original way of canning and the original way of doing it, there was no other option. When people can their food from their garden 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, they didn't have any other option. Like, this was their food for the year. And I go into it with that mindset. So I'm using the directions in that book. If you don't have one, you need to get one. Right now, my jars are boiling. The water is heating up because I'm going to be water bath canning these pickles. The spices I'm using is just a regular pickling spice. Now, pay attention to the ingredients when you are buying pickling spice, because what me and my friend and my aunt came to figure out was that we were buying, it would say pickling spice, but it was more for like curing or pickling meat, and it had a lot of clove and ginger and cinnamon sticks in it. That doesn't really go with pickles, and our pickles just didn't have that good dill taste with it. It was just like not right. So she found this spice which just has dill seed, mustard, coriander, peppercorns, some bay leaves, and then I'm also going to be adding just some mustard seed as well as dill and garlic that I just harvested out of the garden. Yes, I will wash them. So I'm going to get everything set up. My jars are boiling, my lids are boiling and sanitizing here in my canner. This is a pressure canner, but it can still be used as a water bath canner, so that's what I'm using. Now, I've had the pickles soaking in a saltwater brine overnight, and what this does is it releases a lot of the water so that your pickles stay crisp. My friend does this in like an ice bath. She puts them on ice, sprinkles a lot of salt, and just layers it. You can let those sit for about 20 minutes. I've never tried that, but that's how she does it. My point is there's lots of options to doing this. Yesterday, I didn't really have a lot of time. I was in a time crunch, so I knew I could let these sit overnight, do that for me, and then today I would be in a much better spot to be able to do it. So there's plenty of options out there. You just got to find the one that works well for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get these drained off. I also have my brine going, which is water, vinegar, pickling spice, salt, sugar. So that's over here boiling. So I'm going to get these rinsed and drained off. Alright, taking a little pause in this video to walk down to the garden. Another thing you can do to ensure crispy pickles is add a grape leaf to your jar. And we have some wild grapes growing, so I'm going to put a leaf in each jar. You can use like a pickling crisp if you want. They also say to cut the blossom end off of your cucumber, which I did that before I put them in the jars. I actually just cut both ends off because some of them were long, whatever. But cut the blossom end off. Do a saltwater bath. And add a grape leaf, as well as a crisp if you want to. Those are all ways you can do to ensure crispy pickles. Now, year before last, or last year, no, it might have been the year before last, because last year I didn't have a good pickle harvest. So the year before last, we had a garden with a neighbor. We shared garden space, and we grew a ton of cucumbers. I didn't do any of that when I canned my pickles. They were awful. They were a mushy mess. We ended up dumping them way far into the woods, so the raccoons and bears and whatever could enjoy them, because they would probably be the only ones that would eat them. They were horrible. So I'm doing everything I can, including walking myself down to the garden to get some grape leaves to ensure that doesn't happen. I told Aaron I was just coming down here for a second and I wouldn't stay in the garden, but I mean, look at that garden. Would you blame me if I did? It's just amazing. I love it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to brag, but it makes me so happy. Alright, here's a grapevine. You can see little grapes all on them. I don't know why this step makes me a little nervous, putting grapevines or grape leaves in with my pickles, but I'm going to try it. So leave me some encouragement in the comments and tell me it's going to be okay. If it's not, also tell me, because I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt my family. But I also really want crunchy pickles this year, so look at all these grapes. There we go. That's good. Also, blackberry season is here. Alright, now I'm going to show you how I'm packing these jars. I have a grape leaf, I have some, this jar's hot, I have some dill, and I have a clove of garlic. And I was originally just going to do, like the recipe said, mustard and then boil the pickling spice in the brine. But as I got to looking at it, there's a lot of mustard seed in here, so I think I'm just gonna put a teaspoon in each jar of this. So I've got my cucumbers here, and I am just packing them in nice and tight. The varieties I'm using are all pickling varieties. To me, that's the main focus of growing cucumbers, is to have them all year. My kids love cucumbers. I love cucumbers. It's a win-win in the snack department. And then they're also, I think, good on a salad. So I feel like with a pickling cucumber, not only can you pickle them, but you can do other things with them as well. This recipe said 1/2 inch of headspace, so I'm right there with that. All right, that one round out of that ball recipe book got me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pints and 1 quart. And in the quart, I did whole pickles, which is really exciting. This one, I added a few that I didn't do in the salt brine that I just had extra because I had the room. I figured I would try it, and a few whole ones as well. So now we're going to put these in the water bath canner, and I am going to let them go. Well, let me look at my notes. For 15 minutes. It says process them for 10 minutes, plus you have to adjust for altitude. So we're at 2,100. Yeah, 2,100 feet. So I'm going to add another 5 minutes to the 10 minutes it suggests. So 15 minutes. Which is spot on with what I've been told to do. So, alright. I'm going to crank this up and drop these in. I do have a rack at the bottom of this canner as well. There we go. Water's been boiling for a while now. I'm just going to put the lid on. I don't have the seal or anything on it either. There we go. They're done. It's so exciting. Now we get to listen for the pop. No, Gracie, please leave that alone. It's gonna start sealing.
Oh my goodness. Are those pickles?
Mm-hmm.
You made pickles?
I did.
Now get some pickles.
Yeah.
Can I have them?
Not right now.
Are they hot?
Yeah.
Oh. Are the jars hot?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. So we have to do is that. We have to pick up jars of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So you'll burn yourself? Where did you get burned last night?
Ooh, because you could get burned. Also, if you have any suggestions, tips, or tricks that you want to share when it comes to canning or making pickles, please leave them in the comment box down below. I would love to hear them, and I would love for others to be able to see them and learn from you as well. These look so beautiful the way they turned out. So that is that. That is the beginning of canning season, which is really exciting and overwhelming all at the same time. But I know this wasn't really a how-to can video, but more I wanted you to just kind of see a process, and more it was me bringing you along and learning with you. This isn't something I grew up doing. I didn't have a family way that was passed down to me. Everything I'm learning is from other people that I'm coming across, or through books and studying through my community, and they are being so gracious and passing their knowledge on to me. So I hope you found this video encouraging. Get out there and try it. Even if you don't have a garden of your own, get a hold of your local farmers, go to the grocery store, buy things that are on sale, and put some food in the pantry this year. Thank you for watching and following along with us in our homesteading journey and just doing life with us. May the Lord bless and keep you until next time.